Well, I know you're going to be a little bit shocked about this, but I am aware that today is Earth Day. I am only aware of this because my producer told me. I don't give a crap about Earth Day, but I bet Kay does. We felt the need to bring a hippie on to talk about Earth Day and all the weirdness surrounding it. Joining me now, my friend Kay Smythe Hill, campaign and content manager, and and I quote, conservative hippie for Christ. Kay, happy Earth Day with your Earth crystals or whatever else you people do on this day.
No, I'm not. Okay. That is like the best and worst intro I think I've ever had in my life, Jesse. Hello, I've missed you. Okay, firstly, every day is Earth Day. If you love God, if you're a follower of Christ, every day is Earth Day. We are called to protect the planet, to shepherd it, to steward it, to live in it, to understand it. And I think that's really fun. You can call me crazy, you can call me a little conservative hippie, but I love it. And that's kind of been my personal brand for a long time. And I actually think Earth Day is really dumb. I think it's a waste of time. I think it's like those, what are the other things you do out here? Like special months for like lesbians and stuff. Like it's just another one of those. It's just a little pat on the shoulder for people who think that they're doing good.
Yeah. No, Lesbian Month, I believe it just got ended. That was the Women's March Madness tournament. But either way, okay, so look, you may find it hard to believe, but I like the earth too. I don't litter. I scream at people who do. I enjoy hunting and hiking and fishing. The problem is protecting the earth got taken over by a bunch of filthy, murderous commies who believe that driving an SUV destroys the planet. And that's where everybody got lost on it. Now nobody wants to hear the crap anymore.
I think you're right. I think that's why everyone's like so exhausted and disgusted by, I don't want to say our relationship with the planet, but like no one really wants to hear it. No one wants to hear about the fact that we've kind of lived in symbiosis with an ever-changing climate since the dawn of civilization. Like what we're experiencing, these sort of fluctuations, getting hit with extreme weather events, it's nothing new. It's just something new, fresh, and exciting for scientists to try and make money off of. And for all of these billionaires flying around preaching about like transgender volcano day of climate change or whatever, preaching about these things from their private jets. It's a really great way for them to make money through fear mongering. I think it's kind of sad that that's been normalized because, as you said, like when you really get down to it, like the planet is really cool. You can go hunt, you can go fish, you can go and hike in it, you can go and explore it. You do get to see cool stuff like volcanoes erupting, and so long as no one dies, it just stays being really cool and exciting to watch. But we've had all these really ugly, boring people kind of co-opt this entire field. And I'm sort of hoping with someone like RFK Jr. involved in the Trump administration, we can kind of get back to normalizing the fact that conservatives are actually better at taking care of the planet than any of these liberals ever were, and all of their science is lies.
Yeah, I would invite everybody to go look at the pictures of a cobalt mine. Speaking of Lee Zeldin, here he was.
I have zero tolerance for any waste or abuse at all. So we come into this office fulfilling our pledge to Congress to get to the bottom of this. And as we overturn different rocks and we find more evidence of waste and abuse, there are some members of the media who have dug in further into saying that there's no evidence. Why wouldn't you write that there is any evidence?
Could you point us to where the judges have found that there's waste, fraud,
and
abuse,
see, it's not that easy for you, Lisa. I have a duty to make sure that we don't light on fire billions of dollars of tax dollars. And I am, as administrator of EPA, not going to stand before any member of the media and get bullied into lighting billions of dollars on fire. And then you'll continue to write these stories that say that there is no evidence. Even though I could stand before you right now and just go through the list, how do you square that?
May I ask, sir, do you feel confident that a court will uphold?
I'm asking you, how do you square that? You guys are writing the stories. Shouldn't you write the story about what kind of evidence has been put out?
Kay, how's he doing?
I think he's doing good. I would like to see the list because I think it's going to be so extensive that it would pretty much destroy the entire sort of like big science climate change cabal when it comes to waste. I mean, we're talking about how many of those wind turbines have you seen as you've driven across this incredible country? They're a horrific scar on the landscape. They don't actually generate anywhere near enough energy. They will never offset the energy, certainly, that's used to produce them. They mostly just turn because they're powered by coal power plants. I mean, it's fraud. It's not just a scam. It's not just this sort of like, oh, this is like the silly new way for like the billionaires to get richer, blah, blah, blah. This is actually fraud to the most extreme degree. And it's been so insidious that it's normalized in our academic institutions. Like, we're going to look back. I honestly think that we will look back on this chapter in our sort of treatment of the planet, the same way that we kind of look back on like the 20s and 30s, like medical industry, just with this absolute disdain and horror that we would ever do anything so stupid. But I kind of agree. I like that Lee Zeldin is fighting back against the media. Like, he doesn't answer to the media. He answers to his voters. That's it. I kind of want to see that list. I think that's just going to, build more trust, more accountability. And I like an irrefutable argument. I don't know. That's just me as an outsider.
Kay, it feels like Americans are rejecting this stuff. Maybe we got kind of beaten down and bought in for a while, but it feels like America is kind of drifting the other way. I don't know that that is applying globally, though, places like Europe and other backwards areas. What do you see?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Europe is completely focused on all of the wrong things. Like, they're completely focused on climate change, and they're absolutely obsessed with, trying to eradicate women's rights. And it's kind of sad. I don't know, Jesse, maybe you can tell me a little bit about this, since you have a little bit more experience. But when it comes to Europe's positioning in the world, right, it's kind of exposed. You've got Russia, who want to reclaim the former Soviet Union, who I think would go as far as to take the rest of Europe just to say, to the rest of the Europeans. I think we're extremely close to the sort of normalization of this like Islamic state. And we already know that Al Qaeda is like absolutely pushing for an Islamic caliphate, which is next door to Europe. And then you've got China, who's just sitting, watching, waiting, ready to fund anyone who's ready to go attack Europe. But their long-term goal is just to turn everyone sort of Han Chinese anyway. So I sort of see Europe in this like really ignorant precipice, kind of like just before the fall of Rome, where they're all still sitting in the theater watching the gladiators fight, not realizing that the enemy is at the door, and they're all focusing on all of the wrong things. I don't know. That's just me again.
No, you're not wrong. They are surrounded. Everybody's coming at them. It's like Lindsey Graham on a Navy ship. Kay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Come back soon. I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is, and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.